Hey guys, welcome to Farming Simulator 2017 on Thornton Farm. Yeah, as most of you know from yesterday, I was worried about the issue of little glitching. I quickly watched some of the video back and way, drifting cultivator. Watched some of the video back and it seems a-okay. I will say this for the next probably 3 videos, or more than likely the rest of the week. If you guys see any glitching, please let me know in the comments section and put in the timestamp if you don't mind. It's typically glitching if you see me not even recognizing it's there. Any glitches in game I will probably say, whoa, what was that about, kind of thing. The way it's been going, any glitches that have been happening while it's been recorded, and I've not seen them. I don't feel them in game. To me they don't even exist, which is why they've existed on the channel for so long. So this new cultivator that came out on the mod hub this week or last weekend has some issues by the looks of it. Don't know what's causing it, but yeah, likes to drift. So I thought I'd open that up with it. Featured it in yesterday's video. Putting it out there, I thought I caught it sliding a little bit. Alright, the fence. Yes, it did get stuck. Surprise, surprise, it got stuck. So we'll give it a go on hired worker again. Why am I trusting hired worker to do this? I don't know, maybe because I'm stupid. I don't know. It's gonna go in the water. Let's face it, it's gonna go in the water. I may have to put a headland around the field. I may do that this pass actually, when it gets back up there. We'll fire up the class and get that ready to seed. I didn't look at the charts like I said I was going to, but we should be more than okay to put in some barley. Probably put in some soybeans and canola and some barley. So we'll take this. I really like this tractor. So nice. These guys at CMT, I believe, do a real good job. Very disappointed there's no IC control, but real nice tractor. That's doing its drifting. We'll stop that so we can do the headland, or part of the headland anyway. This is either gonna screw hard worker or make it be okay. So of course these 2 fields, I do want to get that field, they join, so I can just go one field to the other really easy. Many of you know I used to do that quite often, so I do plan on doing that. Getting that field at some point. I'm not too sure the cost of it. I don't think there's any missions on it, but I've got to bear in mind any harvest mission I cannot do. So we'll probably just try and buy the field outright at some point. Getting a good amount of animals and stuff like that to begin with be good. Other than that, if that's the case, I will need to get the sugar beets going really quick. I say that, matter of fact, we're probably going to do that this week. Plant the sugar beets. What field should I use for the sugar beets, maybe? This is too much, this field here. Unless I do something very strange and do half and half. As an option, we'll just have to border it. I don't know how I'll do that personally. Or make this field into the barley field. Field 29 canola or soybean, and then 30 the sugar beets. Yeah, I may do that actually. That is a good option. So I was going to go over and do that, but I won't. I'm not sure when I can plant sugar beets, that's the problem. And I don't think I can check on my desktop easily. When we can do that neither, unfortunately. get it going on hard worker. I will quickly check out if I can find it. Actually, there may be an easier way of finding it. So what we'll do is we'll back this up out the way just in case. Actually, need to fold that door. I can never remember the key to shut the door. So once it's loading up on where to find the chart, see if I can find it easily, well, quickly. Ah, that stopped, sweet. We shall be right back. And we have found the chart. So, get this. Why is hired worker still in here? Wrong mouse. Jeez. Stop. So, remove that. Okay, let's get this fired up. So, seems like it worked. Or I found the chart. So, sugar beets, where are you? 5 Celsius for the temperature minimum for the soil. Well, we're currently at 9 Celsius outside temperature and 4 Celsius for the soil. To me, that's close enough, so I'll give it a go. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll leave that open because we are going to bring down this cedar pretty darn quickly. I'll go wash this and put it away. The cultivator anyway. Now we know it is a little funky. Head back to the farm. I'll leave the map up. I need to remember to keep leaving the map up, so sorry if I don't. One of you, when I did my first look episode, made a very good suggestion on why I had it on the left hand side all the time. I don't know. I've moved my border mark to the right hand side. I'm gonna permanently keep it there, I think. So I hope you guys enjoy that. At least you guys can see the map when I do that now and all that good stuff. So you don't need to worry about that. These houses, maybe people were saying about scaling on them. I don't know. There is a texture issue I'm seeing with those buildings, which was pointed out to me from a video, which unfortunately cannot be fixed. The only way to fix it is to remove the whole entire buildings and I think redo them completely. For obvious reasons, probably ain't gonna happen. So, if you guys ever find that, yeah, bear with it. It's there. It's really not a direction you need to be going down too often anyway, if at all, honestly. This tractor's probably pretty darn good for silage compaction too. I would definitely be doing some more silage at some point. I kind of enjoyed it. I think I've done field 13 before on silage. Whee! Which will probably be my field of choice next time around too. It's a good sized field. How about I is blocked by an object? Alrighty then. That's in here, so I guess if it's gonna... Where is it? You haven't driven through the whole entire yacht. Called it! What did I say, people? It's going in the water. And it is completely stuck. And I don't think there's any way out of this, even if I wanted to. Knock it out, so I guess we'll reset on this. Oh, the fun. I called it. I called that it would go in the water. And stuff like that you can predict. See, a hired worker in that little area. Doesn't go together. So hopefully this doesn't cause me any issues. I need to reset the counterweight too, because knowing me, I'll forget it's down there otherwise. Come on, counterweight, where are you? Reset. And the cultivator, reset. We'll worry about that later. May I should just put this thing on it and cosplay. Oh no. Will leave it be for the time being, I guess. So yeah, I think the hired workers now depend on field definitions, not necessarily if you cultivate. Well, that I need to do a bit more headland. I may experiment with that off camera. And we shall see. Well, as it stands, it is 4:07 and I've not had lunch yet. Completely my fault. I've just not been hungry. Let's see if we can squeeze by here. Yeah, it doesn't need washing. We'll wash it another day if needs be. No doubt we'll need it again at some point. Maybe, hopefully. We can hope. Right, back this in. Gotta be careful because it will pop on the lip going into the barn. There it is. Alright, that is that. What we shall do is put this down here for the time being. Probably use the class for seeding the sugar beets. We need to rent. I'm not buying, I'm renting because it's only going to be a one-shot deal. As I hit the mic with my head. Hopefully going to be a one-shot deal. This is 6 meters. I can do sugar beets, so we'll select that. We'll lease it. You know what, actually? I'm not going to use the big tractors for that. Or is that still on? I'm going to use the little guy. We're going to use this. I think we can put duals on it. So let's see if we can, just for the laugh and some fun. I've got a feeling we can. Now hopefully this Manitou is not too close. I think the trigger's really small. For whatever reason, it seems a hell of a lot smaller than it ever used to be. Customize. Wheel setup. Rear twins. Twin wheels all around. We'll get rid of the rear twins. Oh, I wasn't happy. I've noticed that. A few of the machines bouncing around in there. I don't know why it does it. Don't know if it's an issue. I'll have a word with Dave about that. Alright, we'll drive off to the shop. You guys have seen that enough today, so I will pause and be back when we've got it and filled it up. Alrighty, so we are here. If any of you keen-eyed people will notice, we were actually paused for quite a while. Why was that? I was getting ridiculously hungry. I needed to have something to eat. So, luckily with Morose you can pause the video, so hopefully it didn't screw up. If it did, apologies. So, we need to set it to that one. We can fertilize at the same time, which is awesome. So we need to head back down to the farm, fill this puppy up. I'll probably play it safe and for the time being maybe do just a little over half, so like 60% on both, give or take. And hopefully we won't need to come back to the farm and refill it. I don't want to fill it up and use like not even 10% of the seed or fertilizer kind of thing, which even filling it that high may end up happening, so I don't know what we'll do there. Definitely different driving this thing with the duals on them, especially if you get caught on the side just along here. Can be a bit of a pain. Just remembering the tractor's wider than it used to be. Right, so our first stop is here. Oh, can we actually get through this now? Barely. So there's the seed. It's a good job we did move the cedar out of the way, actually. Oh, it doesn't hold much anyway. Oh, we'll fill it up, I guess, then. So this one here is for the fertilizer. And basically it's just filled up each little jug. For this planter. Now over here is where the fertilizer is. You may have just spied the bulldozer. We do have the bulldozer back on the map. I couldn't. I do real plan on doing silage real soon. So they're over here. Is the fertilizer. Now we will typically use liquid fertilizer, not the solid stuff, so I'm not buying that in containers, so I'll just use the trigger for that. That'll be a couple of grand. And how much was it? Yep, well, almost 3, well. Fold that up. Now the seed is definitely heavier than it used to be. We'll head to the field, which is going to be field 30. Like I say, I'm serious, we're going to do this. We are going to do this. We're going to be self-sufficient. I don't want to have to buy a lot of feed for the pigs. I don't mind buying a couple, just to get them started. But from there on in, we are going to be self-sufficient, I hope. I really do hope. Get some grass grown soon, hopefully. Probably after we fast forward time a bit. Now in theory, one field's done, we can get seeding in that, which is probably going to be canola. The field closest to the farm will be barley or wheat. One of the two. Don't really bother me which one we do. I'll do this one. Probably soybeans or canola. Need to stay centered up on these bridges with the doors on the back. Yep, just click the side there. That's the thing. You hit that and there you go, all over the shop. Barely wide enough. So the trains are every 51, 52 minutes, and then at 55 comes the other train after the initial load of the game. Oh, that's right, the entrance is down there. Now the ground's already cultivated, we won't need to do any funky stuff. Oh, you see, oh, those edges catch me off guard. They look amazing, but dang, I get caught out on them every time. Without fail. So as I said, we will probably end up using cosplay for this. I want the rows to be decent and nice. And this guy cannot do nice. So seed in that one. Unfold it. Now eventually I will probably end up buying one of these seeders. When we do sunflowers and all that good stuff, I want to get into doing that. Why has that got such an offset? Interesting. Is there an offset on it? Oh wow, yeah, look at that offset. Why? shouldn't be an offset for this. There's no need. That's really weird. I haven't done anything courseplay related with this tractor. Hopefully it's going to work correctly though. It may not. Field 30. Generate. Should look pretty darn decent. So we'll follow that over there. We do need to go finish up that field of cultivating. So we'll make sure this gets started okay, then head over that way. Now the angle on that PTO doesn't look healthy. There's no way that's right. Really a high angle of attack. There's a hot air balloon there. Wind must be strong, look at it go. We'll do the manual ridge markers, there's no need for them. Now I can see us having to come back and do this all over again. The filling it up. Push comes to shove, I'll grab the forklift and load on a couple of trailers. But hopefully this thing should do okay. This could even be the thumbnail for today's video actually. So once it gets all lined up, perfect. Got the hot air balloon there. Alright, it seems to be going quite nicely, so we'll leave that be. Won't take long to do this, and hopefully our crop doesn't get destroyed. Fingers crossed. Alright, this. The thing that decided to go for a swim. Didn't even get cleaned. I kind of guessed that was going to happen. The inevitable of it going for a drink. Yes, 10 degrees out now for Celsius. Soil temperature should warm up quite nicely. Here's hoping anyway. So I'm hoping to get around 50 cows, give or take. And probably at least a good 30 sheep and pigs, and I don't know for sheep how many we'll get. They're easy to look after, so we'll probably get a few, and they do make a lot of money. A scary amount of money they make. Alright, so we're back up to that now. Before I just drove right in there. Probably not enough. Room, I probably should have done a couple of headlands around it, and it should have been spot on, but we'll just do this. Hate to do this for the whole entire video, but we may end up doing it. It's kind of the spot we're left in here. It's very dark and gloomy. Maybe it's just where the lighting is. Surprising, really. So of course this week I don't know if I'll ever put any of it on my channel. The new Train Sim World comes out, or is it Train Sim World? I don't know. It's called something like that by Dovetail. It looks amazing. I played the beta of it and wow. But I don't know if I'll bother putting any of that on my channel. Stuff that I need to learn more than anything, and it's very long-winded. Train sim stuff. That's why I've never put any on my channel to begin with. It's one of these ones where it's so much of a sim, even I get bored playing it partway through usually. Some of the routes. But if they've got that train sim word optimized, oh buddy, it looks beautiful. If you guys don't know what I'm on about, you may not be really into trains, but check out the gameplay. It's pretty special. Pretty special. Looks amazing the amount of stuff you can do in it. You know, why are the rollers rolling? That is weird. There it is. Not even doing anything. I should break up the soil nicely. Of course, does it in farm sim? No, has no effect in farm sim. Not in the slightest. So probably after this video I'll take a little break for a while, chill out, maybe play some Forza or get these 2 videos rendering. Of course I'll check this one because I was paused for quite a while, probably best part of 20 minutes. Like I said, I needed something to eat. Don't know if you guys ever get it like that, but you just wake up and you're not hungry for quite a while. Yeah, that was me. And there's other times where I'll wake up and bam, instantly starving. Even though I'm not starving, far from it, but you know. You know how it is. What I may do is, once we come up this row, quickly drive down to the bottom there. Do maybe 3 or 4 passes on just on that bottom edge, and then watch it, see what it does with hard work on them. So what I'll do is, we'll go down the next row slightly, so I know where to start from. Go down that end, do a couple of headlands, and then drive quickly back up here and see if we can just leave it be. So I can do some more tasks around the yard if needs be. And if not, I can quickly come back. Like keeping an eye on the seeding too. So we'll drop this down. Hey, we'll need to go over that bit a bit. Go on, lift up. Thank you. Make a beeline for that corner. I'm thinking at least 2 passes, it won't take me many seconds. Which is nice. And hopefully hired worker will say, oh yeah, that's done. We probably only need to add 1 more to it, but better safe than sorry. I don't want to be rescuing this thing from the water again. Alright, 1 more, and possibly 1 more after that, just to make sure. And what I'll do is I'll feather it off into the other headlands. Hey, there's the F-16 going over. There it goes. Off to do its morning exercises or afternoon exercises. A funny thing, roughly sort of the same county this is based in, there are 2 RAF bases, one of which is RAF Bryce Norton and the other is RAF Fairford, which is a US base, well, RAF base used by the US military, although they say pulled out of there some years ago, but there's still military aircraft going in there. B-52s, B-2s, the U-2 still goes in there. So they're still using it. Mainly probably because it's runway, it's got a very long runway. I believe it was one of the, if it went south for the space shuttle when that thing was still flying, that was one of the airfields they could ditch in if needs be. Alright, let's see how this does now. So I'm going to be here in case I need to stop it. Probably going to. I'm going to have to stop it. Courseplay hasn't thrown any errors, so I'm guessing that's coping quite nicely. Looks about halfway through the field already. Bonus. So putting that tractor to work. Basically, I don't want too many tractors just standing around doing nothing. Put Put them all to good use. That's the thing, I don't know if the hired worker depends on sort of what's been done or what's not, or if it knows, okay, this is the edge of the field, I need to go this far, goes right up to the edge and goes, oh, yeah, drop off. Which is probably what I'm thinking it's like. Oh, well, maybe not. No. So that's working a treat. Sweet. I don't like doing the headlands first, because why would you go over the soil? You'd end up compacting it more. Perfect, that's working nicely. Yeah, so is this thing. This thing's awesome. Looking real nice. Seed, we're, wow, 50% through it. Fertilizer's barely through it. I think the soil was technically already fertilized, so I probably screwed myself a little there. So where shall we take this? Probably field 29, did I say? Or did I say barley? No, I said barley for that field, didn't I? That's cultivating right now. No poop. Yeah, we can still see that one there. We can put some soybean down there. Make us some good amount of money. We got a good amount of money now, but I'd rather have a good amount, especially for buying animals. Stuff like that. Like, I'd rather not have to put in money to buy the animals, but if push comes to shove, we will. And I think, honestly, that's probably what's going to happen. Then and to buy all the placeable stuff that I want to put in the map. We're going to have to use a little bit of cheated money, maybe. I don't know. Could work towards it. Such a nice view, just sat in a cab of a vehicle and looking across there. Wow, that was loud. That's helicopter. Just looking at it, working away. And when I say helicopter, I'm on about IRL. All of a sudden, it just come into earshot. I don't know if it just took off or what they do. That was pretty cool. Probably sit there and watch that for quite some time. And that field can get in there, but I believe we can get in around here too. Or was that the entrance? Could well have been the entrance. And by the sounds of it, that is actually the police helicopter lurking around. Very low. Well, curiosity most definitely got the better of me, and I had to go look. And it did end up to be the police helicopter. And it was going at an extreme rate of knots, bugging out of the area, so I don't know. That is unusual. Definitely wasn't following anyone. I did enter the field a different way, didn't I? I knew I did. Well, we're in now. I think we... yeah, just up there. I knew it. Jeez. Alright, shut that. Get up. Alright, so we'll set this up on course play. I said I wasn't going to, but looking at the time, we more as well. And I'll let these run, and hopefully we can get doing some fun stuff this week. Three. Have a look at that. Oh, it's slipping. I wonder what's up with that. Actually, that seems a real good course. drive. Alright, we'll quickly check its malfunction out. Was that cosplay or was that this being funny? My guess is this being funny. Would be the typical response there. Nearest. Hopefully it'll do okay. How long have we been in this session for? Because I say that. Oh, 1 hour, 28 minutes. We've missed the trains going by basically. Is what I was getting at there. They should have already been and gone. More than likely. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I will bid you guys a farewell. You can see what we're going to get ready for. Harvest. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and until next time, we'll catch you later. See ya.